All right, in this video, we're going to walk through push notifications on a Bubble mobile app if you're going to wrap the app. I wish there was videos on this. I wish I had to like figure this out, and I was really frustrated with bad documentation and like just having to do trial and error because I didn't know what I was doing, and this was like super stressful for me. So I'm putting this out there just in case anybody was in the same boat. Um, so for push notifications for a wrapped Bubble app, here's what I did. First thing, I've got the Air Native plugin by Zero Code. So Zero Code is it's like a Bubble agency. They will wrap your app for you, and they also have the plugin to do push notifications. So you need this plugin first. It's like $100 if you buy it. It's like $10 a month if you want to subscribe to it. Kind of expensive. I didn't like paying for it, but had to get it done. So that's where we are. So that's one thing you need. You need this plugin, and then at least as of like November, December of 2024, here's like what you got. You got these like one signal push notification things. There's like 6 of them here, and one signal is this service that does push notifications, and Bubble's got plugins for it. So I'll jump over to one signal because you just need one thing. You just need one thing. Once you log into one signal, this is my one signal dashboard. You go down into your settings, and then under app ID, you have one signal app ID, and you've got this thing. You're just gonna copy this, right? So this is the only thing that you need to get the push notifications working with Zero Code's plugin. You just copy this. I just pasted it into literally all 6 of these. I pasted the same code into all 6 fields. So if you're supposed to paste different ones in, it's news to me, but I got it to work without that. And that's kind of the first step. Buy the plugin, right? Set up one signal. So if you don't know how to do that, look it up and figure out how to do that on YouTube. And then once your app is set up on one signal, get the key and just paste it into this plugin. That's kind of the first thing you need to do. The next thing you need to do is put the plugin on the page. So this is like the page for my app, right? And down here I have the Air Native A plugin. So you just drag this onto the page somewhere. You make it really tiny, like I think it's 1 pixel by 1 pixel, so it's just out of the way. And it has to always be visible, so you gotta put it, I didn't put it inside any of the pages themselves. I put it like outside the page, but still I put it outside the mobile pages, but I kept it on the like website page. And it's visible always so that you can access it whenever you want. That's the next piece. The third piece to this is going to be you have to store a device, what they call a player ID. So one signal works by sending a push notification to a device. It doesn't know to send it to a user, it only knows devices. And the only way to know devices is for this plugin right here to basically ask the device that it's on, hey, give me an ID for this, and it like gets an ID, and that's what one signal needs. So the way that you do that is with workflows. So the first workflow you're going to set up, you can do it 2 ways. You can either do it when like the page is loaded, or you can do it when somebody logs in or when they create an account. Any of those are fine. You just need to somehow store the player ID. And that looks like this. So I've got this custom thing that's triggered. For me, it's every time the user is like logged in, it will check the device, which is this thing right here, get one signal device ID Air Native. So you just like click in this, right? And yeah, get one signal device ID. You just get this action with the plugin. So you click on this. I'm on live, so I can't do it. But you basically do this thing, and that tells the element on the page, which, just for reference, it's this guy. It says, hey, this guy, go get a device ID from this device. So then it gets the ID, right, and it's now storing it. And now my page is broken. So let me refresh really quick. Okay. So it gets the device ID, right? The next piece is to add it to the user. So let's say you have a user who logs in on their phone and their iPad, and you want to send them a push notification, you want to know that they have a phone and an iPad and it's different devices, because you can send it to one or the other one or both. Typically it's going to be both. So what you do is you add this ID to the current user. I have a thing right here, this condition that says only add it if it's not there, but it checks it and says if this device ID already exists to the user, then don't bother adding it, we already have it. And for me, in the back end, this looks like if I go to my user data type, I have this player ID, which is just a list of texts, and we're just adding Air Native A's one signal device ID, which is just a text. It's just like a string, right? We're adding that to the user. So now, if we want to send push notifications, we can say, look at this user, look at their player IDs, and send push notifications to those devices. If it's only one in there, then it'll send it to one device. If there's 4 in there, you could send it to all 4 of their devices they've logged into. So yeah, this is like kind of a second step. You need to get a device ID in order for one signal to know what the crap is going on. Okay, so then the last piece is sending the notification, right? Which I have here, this purple one. This is just all in-app stuff. You can ignore that. This is the one that you need to add. So when you click a thing, you could do push. You've got multiple options for push notifications. You could either send it to an individual, a list of users, or a segment of users. Or you could push a template, and a template's like a one signal thing. I've actually never used these, so if this is what you need, stop watching the video, not helpful. I've been using these ones. And I'm doing individual right now, so you'll see push notification to an individual basically requires the message, which is going to show up, the title, and from what I've seen, most titles are just the name of the app, so you just put that in there. And then you need the player ID. This is saying, hey, OneSignal, send it to this device. And then we're going to look at the user, so I've got this user's player ID, which is a list of strings, and we're sending it to the first item. I'm counting on most people logging in once on their phones, 99.9% of times. So whatever the first item is, it's probably their phone, and they're just going to log in and send it there. Badge type, I think, is this notification. Like, you can either increase the red bubble on your app. So like, if you get 5 texts, then your like messages app has the number 5 on it. So you could either have it increase the number, or it can like decrease the number, or it can like clear it. I haven't used this. I'm just leaving it at increase, so that's just going to sit there. Badge count, I think that's what the little red bubble should be, so that's fine. I haven't used any of these, and I haven't needed to, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. So this condition, I'm probably going to remove. I was trying to figure out how to make it so that if you're like chatting back and forth between 2 users, if I'm in the app, I shouldn't get a push notification, right? You want an in-app notification. And so I was trying to figure out how to make it so that if the user is active, it doesn't send the notification. But I haven't actually cracked this yet, so I might be deleting this. You don't need this, is what I'm saying. And then this enter your API key just takes you back to the plugin page. So if you already did that, then you're fine. If you haven't, then this will just take you back to the plugin page. And that's the only thing you need. So with that said, let's do the little demo, because I'm actually really, really proud of this. This was like the most stressful thing I've done on this app in a long time. So I've got my phone, and I have 2 test accounts. I've already matched. So on my test account, I matched with another test account. And so then on this test account, when I click this like button, it'll send the notification to my phone. And I'll just hold this so you can kind of tell, like, oh wait, actually, you know what we could do? We could do iPhone mirroring. I got iPhone mirroring up on my Mac, and so when I like this, then I'm gonna get a push notification on my phone. So actually, let me just click into this real quick. I'm gonna hit like, then I'm gonna pull this back up, and we'll give it a few seconds. It's a little bit slow, but it does work. Oh, well, okay, that didn't work, but you'll see it here. I did get a notification from DoubleDate, and if okay, you can see there it says double date. It's got the logo, which is already fine. New match. Check it out in the app. That's not focusing, but you get the idea, right? Like the header is the header. The name of the app is double date. I didn't have to upload any images. It uploads the app image already, so that's fine. Yeah, and that's how that works. And it's honestly pretty straightforward. It's just gonna be really confusing if you don't know what you're doing the first time, because you see all this crap and you're like, what the heck am I doing? But yeah, basically set up one signal, buy the plugin, put the key or the ID in the plugin, get the player IDs, send the notification. You could send chats, you could send whatever you want. It's just that's up to you. But there you go. Hope that was helpful. If you've got questions about it, feel free to send it or to comment on the video. But this is as far as I've got. So if you need anything more complex than this, I probably won't be any help. But yeah, let me know if you need anything, and I'll try and respond to stuff.